Hello and welcome to another Radical Red challenge run. This is a mono flying run on version 4.1 normal mode with minimal grinding. We're going to be using one legendary in our team when we reach that stage, and also any mons which I've used in previous runs in the Elite Four I'm not going to use in this run. We pick our starter, make our way north to Pewter City, and face off against Faulkner. Thankfully we do have a Wattrel, so we're able to pressure out the Rufflet and do big damage to the Flittle. We are unfortunately go down to the Flittle, but Staravia is able to come in and finish it off with 2 quick attacks. We're then able to get a bit of chip off with Staravia on the Wattrel, allowing Trumbeak to come in and finish it off with Echoed Voice. This just leaves the Ruffler, which Trumbeak can finish off. Then we have Brock. Thankfully we have Noibat, who can do big damage to the lead Geodude. Switch out on the Varoom, allowing Trumbeak to come in and almost take it out. We're able to get a bit of damage off on the Onix, allowing once again Noibat to come in, click Mega Drain and take it out. The Archon then comes in. Unfortunately we go down, but Wingle's able to come in, land a Water Pulse and finish it off. Just leaves the Varoom, which we can finish off with a Water Pulse. After claiming our first gym badge, we head through Mount Moon, up past Nugget Bridge and face Bugsy. This was a straightforward fight, as we're running flying types, so all of our stab moves are super effective and unaffected by the rain. So it's just a case of firing off some super effective hits onto all of his bugs and taking them out one by one. Killer Wattrel is able to do a lot of damage to a lot of his team, take out the Scyther, the Scissor, bring the Ledian down to its Focus Sash, and live an Ice Punch, and then finish it off. We then head down to Cerulean City to face our second gym leader, Misty. Jumpluff is able to get some big damage off thanks to Bullet Seed. Unfortunately, Starmie takes us out, but Killer Wattrel can come in, hit some Air Slashes and some Electro Balls, and outstall the Recovers and take out the Starmie. We're able to get good damage off on the Clodsire with U-turn, which leads to Fearow coming in, hit a couple of drill runs, and finish off the Clodsire. This just leaves the Floatzel, which unfortunately takes out our Fearow, but Killer Wattrel can come in and finish the fight. We then head over to the SSM and face Brendan. Toucannon is able to take out the lead Loudred, unfortunately then going down to a Power Gem from Lunatone. Xatu is able to fire off an Ominous Wind, unfortunately go down, leading to Crobat come in and finishing off the Lunatone. We switch in Jumpluff to the Crawdon, almost take it out, allowing Killer Wattrel to come in and finish the fight. We are then able to collect Cut from the captain of the SSM and make our way over to Lieutenant Surge. Thanks to Toucannon's skill link, we're able to one-shot the Pinch Urchin with Bullet Seed, and switch into Killer Wattrel on the Manectric with Volt Absorb. We're able to get a couple of boosts with Charge Beam against the Manectric, and Roost to keep ourselves healthy. Unfortunately we do end up using most of our Roosts, so we're unable to stay in on the Belly Bolt, but we get a bit of chip off. Unfortunately Fearow goes down to a Parabolic Charge, but Aerodactyl is able to come in, switch into Killer Wattrel, We switch into Xatu, once again switch back into Kilowattrel to get our health back with Volt Absorb. We're then able to set up a couple of charge beams and finish off the Belly Bolt. In comes the Vikavolt, which we flinch with Air Slash and then finish off. Unfortunately the Pawmot kills us with a Mach Punch. Aerodactyl's then able to come in, slow down the Pawmot enough for not 2 Cannon to outspeed, but for Xatu to outspeed. And finish the fight. After being surged, we then make our way through Rock Tunnel and make our way over to Celadon City. We're able to set up 2 Hone Claws with Talonflame, which I thought was enough to sweep the entire gym. Unfortunately, Venusaur lives on 1 HP, and Talonflame goes down. Crobat's able to finish off the Venusaur, but then we have to cycle through our Mon's HP, chipping down the Electrode with its Life Orb, and a lucky crit from Corviknight to bring down the Electrode. This leaves just Charizard left against the Meganium, which thankfully we outdamage and don't go down to an Ancient Power. After we beat Erica, this opens up the game corner. We're able to get all of the available TMs from the prize counter, and also pick up a Dragonite, which will come in later. This also opens up the Rocket Hideout fights. We beat the first grunt relatively simply, leaving just the Obstagoon left, which Tokus can finish off. We make our way through the Rocket Hideout to the 2 double battles before Giovanni. We once again focus down the Weezing to get rid of neutralizing gas and make Slacking less of a threat. After the Weezing's gone, it's just a case of just focusing down his Mons and slowly chipping them down. A lot of our Mons do go down, but it's no big deal, because after we take down the Dipplin, it's a 2v1 versus the Slacking, and we're able to finish the fight. After this fight, we face off against our second double battle, against the Talonflame and the Shiftry. We're able to take down the Talonflame and the Shiftry quite quickly, leaving just the Electros and the Toxicroak. We're able to do big damage to the Toxicroak. Unfortunately, our Kilowattrel goes down. But once the Toxicroak's down, it's a 2v1 against the Electros, so we can just slowly whittle it down. Giovanni leads with his Nidoking, which we're able to take out with our Togekiss, thanks to Psychic. Unfortunately then Infernape takes us out, but we're able to switch into Aerodactyl and forcing the Orthworm. This forces the Shed-Tail to come out, which we're able to take out with Charizard. The Honchkrow is then able to do massive damage to our Aerodactyl, but we take it out in return. Kangaskhan then comes in, we're able to get a bit of damage off. Send out our Charizard, get some more chip off, allowing Kilowattrel to come in and finish off the Kangaskhan. We're then able to break Infernape's Sash, allowing Crobat to come in and finish it off. We're able to bring Orthworm below half HP, which means it can't click Shed-Tail, and then finish it off with Kilowattrel. We then have Honchkrow, who is able to 1v1 the Veluza. Our reward for this is the Sylph Scope, which we're able to use to clear out Lavender Tower, collect the Pokefruit from Mr. Fuji, and make our way over to Silphco. Honchkrow's Haze comes in useful in this fight to stop the King Gambit getting too strong, meaning Togekiss is able to come in and finish it off. Once he's down to his last 2 mons, it's a case of letting the Darmanitan chip itself down with Flare Blitz Recoil, and gain a bit of damage off, and finishing off the jump bluff. The double battle against the Rocket Admins is next, where we team up with Brendan. Unfortunately, our Kilowattrel goes down to Gothitel's Psychic, but we're able to take it down in return, and switch in Togekiss. We're left with just our Charizard here, who thankfully doesn't go down as we're able to take out the Primarina, take out the Mawile with Flamethrower, and then it's just a 2v1 against the Houndoom. And we're able to chip it down. In our battle with Giovanni, we're able to prevent rocks coming up on our side of the field thanks to Xatu and its Magic Bounce. We're also able to set up a Tailwind and get rid of the sand thanks to Pelipper. Pelipper is able to bring down Garchomp really low, unfortunately not being able to take it out, but Staraptor can come in and finish it off. We send out Gliscor on the incoming Kangaskhan and switch into Corviknight. We're then able to take out the Garganacl without too much trouble thanks to a crit Seal Wing. But unfortunately Kangaskhan then takes us out. Staraptor is able to get a lot of damage off with close combat, bringing down the Kangaskhan low enough where Togekiss can finish it off with an Aura Sphere. We're then left with just the Torterra and the Excadrill, which Gliscor is able to 1v2. We thankfully live Excadrill's hit, and because we outspeed, we're able to finish off the remaining Mon. After defeating Giovanni, we make our way over to Chuck's Fighting Dojo. We're able to set up with Corviknight, and thanks to our incredible defense, we're able to live a lot of hits. We take out the first 2 Mons, let Togekiss come in on the Sneasler, break its Focus Sash, allowing Crobat to come in and finish it off. We then finish off the Quaquaval, almost take out the Gallade, allowing Staraptor to come in and take it out, easily deal with the Breloom and finish off Chuck. In our fight against Sabrina, we focus down the Hattrem first turn and the Gardevoir to prevent Trick Room coming up. Once Ursaluna comes in, we know that it always clicks Protect first turn, so we can focus the other slot. Once Porygon's in, we focus down the Ursaluna to get a bit of damage off. Lower its attack with Intimidate. Unfortunately, it's still doing massive damage. But thankfully, we're able to take out the Ursaluna without too many losses. As the fight's going on, we are wasting turns of Trick Room, and we're able to beat the remaining Brute Bonnet and Porygon 2 and claim our 5th gym badge. We then have our rematch against Brock. Unfortunately, the Great Tusk is able to get up Stealth Rocks, but Pelipper is able to set up the Rain and one-shot it with Scald. We're then able to switch in our Staraptor, take out the Tyranitar with close combat, and switch out on the Aerodactyl. Corviknight is able to set up an Iron Defense. We unfortunately get a crit from Stone Edge, but Aerodactyl also misses one. So we manage to take it out after a Dragon Dance. After taking out the Aerodactyl, the Arcanine comes in, almost takes us out in one hit, lives on the Focus Sash, and we finish it off with our Staraptor. Staraptor is then able to do a lot of damage to Blood Moon Ursaluna, allowing Jumpluff to come in, and unfortunately only get 2 hits on Bullet Seed twice, so we're unable to take it out. But Togekiss can come in, finish it off with Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere the remaining Omastar, go down to a Meteor Beam, allowing Kilowattrel to finish the fight. Misty then leads with her Palafin. We lead with Corviknight, set up an Iron Defense, but switch out once the Kingdra comes out. We switch out into Togekiss, and we're able to out-damage the Kingdra. But then we once again switch out once Palafin comes in. We get an Intimidate with Staraptor, we let Corviknight go down, and get a second Intimidate off with our Staraptor. After Staraptor goes down, we then switch in our Swoobat, and start setting up our simple Calm Minds to sweep the rest of the fight. After being set up, Swoobat is able to outspeed everything thanks to Esper Wing and its 2 speed boosts, and one-shot most things thanks to the 2 special attack boosts. We're able to take out the Arculodon and the Palafin, take out the Gyarados, take out the Ferrothorn, and finish off the remaining Gorbis. Surge is our next opponent, and because we lead with Corviknight, we're able to force the Iron Treads to click Stealth Rocks, which we can just switch into our Xatu, get the Magic Bounce off, and force Stealth Rocks onto his side of the field. We're then able to set up a couple of Iron Defenses with our Corviknight once Iron Hands is on the field, and with a combination of Leftovers and Protect, we're able to live a couple of moves and take it out with Body Press. We're then able to do the same thing to the Pawmot, forcing in the returning Iron Treads, which does take us out with a Volt Switch. This causes Rotom to come in, which we send in Xatu and set up the Tailwind, allowing it to go down. Iron Treads comes back in. We unfortunately don't one-shot with Gliscor's Earthquake, but we are able to finish it off. Once again forcing in the Rotom. We do big damage with Knockoff. We switch in Togekiss, forcing it out with a Volt Switch into Manectric, do big damage to the Manectric, which once again Volt Switches, which is great because it's going to do even more damage to itself from the Stealth Rocks. Salamence is able to finish off the Rotom. Manectric once again switches out with Volt Switch, but now it takes itself out with Stealth Rocks. And then it's just a case of slowly chipping down the Belly Bolt, which we managed to do. Erica is a much simpler fight. Corviknight is able to do big damage to the Ogerpon, bringing it down to its Sturdy, unfortunately going down thanks to a crit. But Crobat's able to come in and finish it off. We do get a lucky crit on Hawlucha, and because of Sniper on our Crobat, we're able to take it out. Crobat's also able to take out the Venusaur without taking too much damage, but we switch out on the Sinistcha to avoid getting burned. Talonflame's able to do a lot of damage, but unfortunately goes down, allowing Crobat to come in and finish it off. We then able to bring down the Meowscarada low enough that a quick attack will take it out from Kilowattrel and finish the fight. We are once again able to bait out the Stealth Rocks and use Magic Bounce to put them on the other side of the field with Xatu against Brendan. Xatu is also able to get off an Ominous Wind onto the incoming Gardevoir and do massive damage. Kilowattrel is able to finish off the Gardevoir after taking massive damage, allowing Salamence to come in against the Sceptile. Unfortunately, we do go down to a Scale Shot because he hits more than twice. But thanks to the lower defense, Honchkrow can now come in and finish it off. We stay in on the Thunder Punch, switch into Kilowattrel, as it can't touch us, and take out the Medicham. Boomburst then takes us out, but Gliscor is able to come in and finish off the Medicham. The Exploud, sorry. After dealing with the Exploud, it's just the Crawdaunt left, which Corviknight is able to take out with a Body Press. In our 6th gym battle, we face Koga. We lead with Kilowattrel and Volt Switch out, doing massive damage to the incoming Drapion in the process. Gliscor is able to take a Wicked Blow and finish off the Drapion, forcing in Iron Valiant. We almost one-shot, but then we switch in Salamence to get an Intimidate off. Switch in Crobat, expect U-turn to kill, it doesn't, so we switch in Kilowattrel to Quick Attack and finish it off. We Volt Switch out, because I'm expecting a Poison move, but he clicks Boomburst instead and takes out Crobat. Salamence fortunately lives the Boomburst and takes out the Toxtricity, forcing in the Greninja. We do switch out here because we don't want Battle Bond to get set up when Greninja's so healthy. But Corviknight is able to bring it low thanks to Body Press, allowing Kilowattrel to finish it off with a Quick Attack. Kilowattrel is then able to bring the other Mons low enough where we can just switch in our Honchkrow to finish the fight. After beating Koga, we head to the Safari Zone and collect Surf. And because we now have Surf, we can both head down to the Seafoam Islands and face Price. But before we did that, we went up to the power plant, fought the Zapdos, waited a day, and obtained Galarian Zapdos, which was useful in this fight. In this fight, we were able to set up Iron defenses with Corviknight, take out the Walrein, the Cloyster, and the Baxcalibur. Unfortunately, going down to the Jinx. But then we were able to finish off the Jinx with our Honchkrow, which forced Glalie. We sacked our Pelipper while setting up the rain, and then the Galarian Zapdos, which I mentioned, is able to finish off the fight against the Glalie and the Octozolt. Galarian Zapdos was also really useful in this fight against Jasmine as well. We once again are able to bait out the Stealth Rocks with Steelix this time, and force Stealth Rocks on Jasmine's side of the field and not on ours. We're able to do big damage to the Melmetal, and then set up a couple of Iron defenses. We're able to take out the Duraludon and the Durant with Body Press, fortunately not getting flinched by Ironhead. We're then able to take out the Samurott, finish off the Steelix, take out the Melmetal, leaving just the Mega Aggron, which we managed to outdamage and finish off. Before entering the Pokemon Mansion, we have to face May. Zapdos is able to do big damage to the Solrock and force it out. I do kind of throw away Corviknight here, which was a mistake, because Flygon isn't just physical, it's a mixed set, but Pelipper is able to come in, hit Scald and force it to take itself out with Life Orb Recoil. We then switch in Xatu and into Gliscor on the Thunderbolt from Manectric. We're able to set up rocks on May's side of the field, switch out on the substitute from Breloom, destroy the substitute, but unfortunately Xatu goes down to Rock Slide. Zapdos then able to take out the Breloom, and we switch into Gliscor once again on the Thunderbolt, and then take out the Solrock. In comes the Manectric, and our Honchkrow unfortunately goes down to an Overheat, but this means we're able to switch in Zapdos, and because it's lowering his special attack, we're able to live 2 hits and take it out. Then able to bring Relicanth low. Unfortunately it takes us out, and then for some reason May switches out her Relicanth, which means I win the fight thanks to Stealth Rocks. After beating May, we're able to get the secret key from the mansion and head to Blaine's gym. We're able to get Pelipper in and set up the rain, thereby neutralizing a lot of the fire moves which Blaine wants to use. Honchkrow is able to take out the Ogerpon, forcing in the Charizard, which resets up the sun, but Honchkrow is able to deal with him. Typhlosion then comes out. We switch in Dragonite to break his Blazing Soul with extreme speed, and live an Eruption. Then able to set up a Dragon Dance, finish it off with Earthquake. Unfortunately, don't one-shot the Slitherwing, but we are able to take it out. And then we're able to do big damage to the Executor, allowing Zapdos to finish off the fight. After obtaining our 7th gym badge, we head over to Cerulean Cave and face the double admin battle. Archer switches in Mimikyu against my Iron Defensing Corviknight. We win this fight thanks to Protect and Leftovers, so we're able to take out the Mimikyu without losing too much HP. In comes the Houndoom, which unfortunately would take us out, so we do switch into Dragonite on the Flamethrower. We flinch, but get a bit of chip damage with extreme speed, allowing Zapdos to finish it off with Thunderous Kick. We're then able to finish off the Durant and the Mamoswine and finish off Archer. Because we led with Zapdos, we just attack into the Hatterene to do some damage and avoid Trick Room going up, allowing Honchkrow to come in and finish it off. Corviknight is able to set up against Rhyperior and against the incoming Honchkrow and take out the Honchkrow. Back comes the Rhyperior. We're once again able to protect and stall out to get our HP back. And even though he gets 5 hits on Rock Blast, we live, and we finish to take it out. Last is the Mawile, which Corviknight just finishes off. Against Giovanni, we lead with Zapdos, and thanks to a Defiant boost, we're able to take out the Scrafty, while Dragapult one-shots the Tapu Lele. With a combination of moves, we're then able to take out the Celesteela, unfortunately going down to an Expanding Force. Switching Corviknight to take out the Excadrill, with Dragapult going down in the process, leaving just the Tyranitar on the other side, and the Mewtwo on the other side of the field. Salamence is able to bring down Mewtwo low, and Honchkrow is able to come in, and Mewtwo is unable to touch us with Expanding Force, which means we're able to get a free Night Slash off, and finish it off with the Sandstorm damage. Dialga's then able to finish off the Tyranitar with Dragon Pulse and finish the fight. We then head over to obtain our 8th gym badge against Claire. We're once again able to bait out the Stealth Rocks and send in Xatu, which can send them to her side of the field. Xatu then sets up a Tailwind, and we send in Dragonite on the Magearna. We're able to set up a couple of Dragon Dances, and we know we live any hit because of Multiscale, and then we finish off the Magearna, finish off the Roaring Moon, one-shot her Dragonite, and sweep the rest of the fight, obtaining our 8th gym badge. After obtaining our 8th gym badge, we go ahead and face our rival again. We need to be careful in this fight to avoid Blastoise getting set up. Unfortunately, he does get a Shell Sash off when against Corviknight, but we have the Focus Sash on Kilowattrel and we do not flinch on the Dark Pulse, and we're able to finish it off. Zapdos then able to come in on the Sneasler and take it out. We switch in Corviknight on Kingambit, do big damage allowing Zapdos to finish it off, even with the Chopple Berry Thunderous Kick doing enough damage. We're then able to chip down the Azumarill with our Togekiss, unfortunately going down, but allowing Zapdos to come in and finish it off, and then thanks to Iron Moth's low defense, we're able to take that out as well. And then just before Victory Road, we have our final rival fight, this time against Brendan. We're able to finish off the pre-damaged Deoxys with Togekiss, 6 Extreme Speed, and finish it off. We're able to switch in Corviknight on Jirachi, which is the most annoying mon in this fight, not because it's difficult or it does a lot of damage, because it has Serene Grace, which means it's got a 60% chance to flinch with Iron Head. We're able to deal with the rest of the mons with Corviknight. We're able to take out the Landorus, we're able to take out the Sceptile with Body Press, and the Huntail with Body Press, leaving just the Jirachi left. But thanks to Serene Grace, it's taken a while, because of the flinches, to get our way through the fight. But Corviknight is able to outlast the Jirachi and break through a couple of times and finish the fight. We then make our way through Victory Road to the Elite Four, and this is our team to face the remaining fights. We have our Galarian Zapdos with a Choice Scarf. We have our Dragonite with Multiscale and the Muscle Band. We have our Togekiss with Super Luck, just in case we need to land a crit. It happens more often. We then have a Delibird, which got buffed in this game to have Refrigerate, Fake Out, and Extreme Speed, which does a lot of damage with the Nevermelt Ice. We have our Gliscor with Toxic Orb and Stealth Rocks. And we have our Corviknight, which has helped us throughout the fight, but also has Defog in this to prevent rocks. Our first fight against Lorelei is probably our easiest fight, because we just lead with Zapdos and Dragonite. Zapdos is able to take out the Ogerpon, while Dragonite sets up a Dragon Dance. We're able to break the Sash of the Iron Bundle with Drill Peck from Zapdos, and then take it out with Earthquake, and finish off the Politoed with Drill Peck. In come the Walking Wake and the Kyogre. We once again Earthquake to get damage off on both mons, and finish it off with a Drill Peck from Zapdos. Once again we just click Earthquake, finish off the Kyogre, and then Zapdos can finish the fight against the Swampert. Our next fight against Bruno is a little more complicated. We can't set up against the lead Infernape because it has Taunt. So instead we click Earthquake and Extreme Speed and take it out. I then switch out against Iron Valiant to preserve the Multiscale, and switch in Corviknight. We're unable to set up because Iron Valiant is a special attacker, but we do get a Drill Peck off and bring it down low. This means that Gliscor is able to come in and finish it off, unfortunately taking a bit of damage in the process, but forcing in the Urshifu. We then switch out to Togekiss on a Wicked Blow and take it really well, and force in the Zacian. Zacian clicks Wild Charge against us and takes us out, but does take some recoil in the process. This means we're able to switch in Dragonite for free, and because we still have Multiscale, we're able to live any one hit and take it out with Earthquake. The Urshifu then comes in, so we click Extreme Speed, expecting to go down, but we live on 1, so we're able to get another E-Speed off, and allowing Zapdos to come in and finish it off. We're then able to two-shot the Komodo, But because we've taken a bit of damage, we do switch out on the Lucario, allowing us to come back in for free and reset our Choice Scarf chosen move and finish the fight. Delibird makes her first appearance of the Elite Four against Agatha. With Fake Out and Extreme Speed, she's able to take out the lead Zoroark and force in Gholdengo. We switch in Corviknight on a Make It Rain, takes it really well, and then switch into Gliscor, predicting the Thunder Wave, but instead it's a switch to Marshadow. Marshadow is one of the biggest threats on Agatha's team, because of having access to both Bulk Up and the move Spectral Thief, which is able to steal any stat buffs which I'd get, so no setting up for me before taking it out. But Zapdos is able to finish it off after Gliscor brings it low and force the Gholdengo back in. Corviknight then comes back in. We're able to break through Paralysis and break the Herbloon of the Gholdengo. Unfortunately going down, but allowing Zapdos to come in and click Stomping Tantrum twice, which for some reason in Radical Red is named Bad Tantrum, but it's the same move. But anyway, click it twice and take out the Gholdengo. We're able to then click it again against Gengar, because once it Mega Evolves, it loses the Levitate ability, and bring it down low enough where Delibird can come back in and click Fake Out and finish it off. This forces in the Chi-Yu. We want to preserve our Fake Out, so we switch out into our Togekiss, which is able to take moves really well. We're able to bring it down low thanks to Aura Sphere and Extreme Speed, allowing us to switch in our Dragonite and finish it off with Extreme Speed. The reason we went Dragonite is because we want to preserve our Fake Out just in case our Dragonite gets crit by Roaring Moon. It's not a problem, and we're able to finish off the Roaring Moon and take out Agatha. Delibird is once again our lead, this time against Lance, and she's able to take out the lead Aerodactyl. This forces in Melmetal, and we switch into Corviknight on the Double Iron Bash. We're able to set up an Iron Defense and take a Thunder Punch relatively well, and Iron Defense again, so we're able to take moves even better. We then click Body Press as Melmetal switches out into Dragonite, break its multi-scale, and then because we know it's going to go for Dragon Dance, we're able to click Iron Defense and get to +6 defense. And then it's a case of just whittling it down with Body Press and allowing our HP to recover with leftovers. For some reason he then switches in Salamence, another physical attacker, and once again we're able to just lower down its HP with Body Press and take it out while staying relatively healthy. After we take out the Salamence, Lance actually does the right thing and switches in Iron Ugulus and takes us out with Dark Hole. But because we have Delibird, we can just Fake Out Extreme Speed and take it out in return. After that, we just got the Melmetal and the Dialga left. Gliscor is able to do a bit of chip damage with Earthquake on the Melmetal, unfortunately going down to an Ice Punch, allowing Zapdos to come in, click Thunderous Kick twice, and finish off the Melmetal. This just leaves the Dialga. We're able to get one Thunderous Kick off, lower the Dialga's defense by 1 stage, allowing Delibird to come in, click Fake Out and Extreme Speed and finish the fight. Next we have the champion fight, which is where Delibird really shines. We're able to take out the lead Pheromosa and force in Metagross. We switch in Corviknight on Metagross as we resist 3 of the 4 moves and we know it's going for Bullet Punch against our Delibird. We are able to set up some iron defences and live some hits and force in the Eternatus. After regaining a bit of health on Corviknight, we then switch out into our Togekiss, get a bit of chip damage off on the Eternatus, but ultimately we let Togekiss go down, allowing Delibird to come back in, click Fake Out, click Extreme Speed, and take out the Eternatus. This once again forces the Metagross back out, and this time, because Corviknight is a bit lower, we do switch in Gliscor. Gliscor is able to unfortunately not get a hit off because Yveltal comes out on the Earthquake and takes us out in one hit with Dark Hole. Once again, back into Delibird, we click Fake Out, and on the Extreme Speed, the champion does switch to Metagross. We do a bit of chip damage to the Metagross with Extreme Speed, but we once again switch out into our Corviknight, get a bit of HP back with lefties, live the Fire Punch, get a Body Press off, unfortunately go down, allowing Dragonite to come in, and finish it off with an Earthquake and an Extreme Speed. That is the biggest threat to us gone. We get a bit of chip with Extreme Speed on the Koraidon. Delibird can then come in, click Fake Out, and click Extreme Speed and take out the Koraidon. Click Extreme Speed on the Yveltal, because we've already chipped it down with Fake Out. And then because we are running the Nevermelt Ice, and Ditto is running a Choice Scarf, the most Ditto can do is 99% with Extreme Speed. And we live on 1, and finish off the fight with Delibird. That was the flying run done. It was probably my favourite run so far, because Delibird got to shine. And I get to use some more unusual mons. Up next, I think, is going to be fighting. So, goodbye for now.